as she took the Mrs. South Africa stage last year to contend for the coveted title, Noeline Rajbally recalls the moment she stood on the stage with a poised smile, confidence and bravery, masking the news she just received just before a breast cancer diagnosis. Crowned first princess that evening, her journey as one of the ambassadors for the country was about to take off, while her other journey to start fighting breast cancer had only just begun. On this World Cancer Day, Noeline Rajbally, a mother, wife, entrepreneur and founder of the Mindfulness Academy, joins us now to tell us more about her journey. What an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us, Noeline. Welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Today is a very significant day to many across the world, families who have lost loved ones, and of course those fortunate enough to have survived cancer. Talk to us about what this day signifies in your life.
Thanks so much for having me, and a blessed Sunday to everybody that's watching. Yes, I just feel that the awareness of this disease needs to be amplified, and we are grateful for days like this where the whole world gets involved in the whole awareness and the talk about the prevention and what we could do and what we could say to our leaders about causing the awareness and what more can be done with regard to the prevention of cancer so that we could have a cancer-free world.
Yeah, you endured quite a lot as you entered the Mrs. South Africa title, looking at, meeting a bunch of inspirational women and also making it to first princess, but also dealing with a very personal matter. What was that journey like for you as you navigated between everyday life and now having to deal with cancer?
Look, like every person who's diagnosed with cancer, it really comes as a shock. It's a whole mental game that takes place. And for me personally, to speak about my journey, I obviously never expected this to show up, especially during the time that I was on the Mrs. South Africa finalist journey. And it was basically 3 weeks before the finale. Was all on, all set to go, ready to hit the stage and to do my best. And yeah, it was just divine intervention that I had come across the slump, went in for, a checkup to my GP, who then said, hey, it doesn't look suspicious, but let's do a mammogram. And that's when we got the ball rolling. And what I must say is that I'm one of the fortunate ones who has caught this early, and the key to survival of this disease is early detection. And I can't stress that more, especially today. And this is not only about women. Men are also affected by cancer. And because, most women are diagnosed with breast cancer and it's difficult to catch it at its early stages, but it can be done. And that's where the awareness needs to come into play, that although you could be a healthy woman, active, have no history of cancer in your family, and that was true for me. I never thought in a million years that it would be me, because I wasn't aware that you could be a healthy, active woman and still be diagnosed with breast cancer. So for me, it was a definite shock to my system. But there again, it's being in control of the situation and not allowing this disease to take over your entire life. It's in your hands. You do what you want to do with this and have a mindset of I can overcome.
Yeah, absolutely. Very inspirational. You speak about keywords like early detection, which really talks about the importance of being conscious and observant. What words of encouragement would you leave for those, it could be anyone, as you take a look and observe your body and when to go for help?
I think self-examination is the key. we take that for granted. We feel that when we are feeling good and you're looking good, that there's nothing happening internally. So with regard to breast cancer, and I think any cancers, for that matter, self-examination is so important. And we're finding that more women younger than 40 are actually being diagnosed with breast cancer. So it's so important to do those regular self-examinations. And if you find there's something sinister or even something that, you're just slightly worried about, don't leave it. Go immediately and have it checked out. Go and have a chat to your GP. Let them do the self-examination for you if you are not too sure about how to do it. There's so much of information online that you could go and Google and research on how to do these self-examinations. So I think that's the key, first of all, to early detection. When you find that there's something odd, go with your gut and go and have it checked out.
Yeah, very wise words indeed. Thank you so much for your time. Let's perhaps leave it there for now. That was Mrs. South Africa First Princess, entrepreneur and breast cancer survivor Noeline Rajbally, speaking as we observe World Cancer Day today.